Regulators in the U.S. have begun to review certain data required for clearance of Novavax Incorporated's COVID-19 vaccine while final phase clinical trials are still underway, the company said in a statement. The process, called a rolling submission, has also begun in the UK and Canada, Novavax said. On Wednesday, the company said European regulators were doing a similar review. The rolling review of our submission by regulatory authorities of non-clinical data and early clinical studies will help expedite the review process and bring us that much closer to delivering a safe and effective vaccine worldwide, Gregory Glenn, president of research and development at Novavax, said in the statement. The Gaithersburg, Maryland-based company will submit more trial data and information about its manufacturing processes to the regulatory authorities as they become available, Novavax said. The drug maker is in discussions with the Food and Drug Administration about whether it could use trial data from other countries where it will have data sooner to seek authorization in the U.S. Novavax said last week an interim analysis of a trial in the UK showed its vaccine to be 89.3% effective in preventing symptomatic COVID-19 and remained effective against the B.1.1.7 strain more common there that has been found in the US. The vaccine would help bolster vaccine doses in the US where the FDA has authorized shots from Pfizer Inc. and Moderna Inc. and will likely do the same for one from Johnson & Johnson in the coming weeks. This article was originally published by Bloomberg News. Novavax announces start of rolling review by multiple regulatory authorities for COVID-19 vaccine authorization. Gaithersburg, MD, February 4, 2021, Globe Newswire, Novavax, Incorporated. NASDAQ, NVAX, a biotechnology company developing next-generation vaccines for serious infectious diseases, today announced the start of the rolling review process for authorization of NVX-CoV2373, its COVID-19 vaccine, by multiple regulatory agencies. The reviews will continue while the company completes its pivotal Phase 3 trials in the United Kingdom, UK, and United States, US, and through initial authorization for emergency use granted under country-specific regulations. The rolling review of our submission by regulatory authorities of non-clinical data and early clinical studies will help expedite the review process and bring us that much closer to delivering a safe and effective vaccine worldwide, said Gregory M. Glenn, MD, President of Research and Development, Novavax. We appreciate the agency's confidence in Novavax based on our early data and the collective sense of urgency to ensure speedier access to much-needed COVID-19 vaccination. To date, Novavax has begun the rolling review process with several regulatory agencies worldwide, including the European Medicines Agency, EMA, U.S. Food and Drug Administration, FDA, UK, Medicines and Healthcare Products Regulatory Agency, MHRA, and Health Canada. As part of the rolling review, the company will continue to submit additional information, including clinical and manufacturing data. Novavax recombinant protein-based vaccine candidate is currently in Phase 3 clinical development in both the UK and US for the prevention of COVID-19. It was the first vaccine to demonstrate clinical efficacy against the original strain of COVID-19 in both of the rapidly emerging variants in the United Kingdom and South Africa. About NVX-CoV2373. NVX-CoV2373 is a protein-based vaccine candidate engineered from the genetic sequence of SARS-CoV-2, the virus that causes COVID-19 disease. NVX-CoV2373 was created using Novavax recombinant nanoparticle technology to generate antigen derived from the coronavirus spike S protein and is adjuvanted with Novavax patented sapinin-based matrix M trademark sign to enhance the immune response and stimulate high levels of neutralizing antibodies. NVX-CoV2373 contains purified protein antigen and can neither replicate, nor can it cause COVID-19. In preclinical studies, NVX-CoV2373 induced antibodies that block binding of spike protein to cellular receptors and provided protection from infection and disease. It was generally well tolerated and elicited robust antibody response numerically superior to that seen in human convalescent sera in Phase 1/2 clinical testing. NVX-CoV2373 is currently being evaluated in two pivotal Phase 3 trials, a trial in the UK that demonstrated 89.3% overall efficacy and 95.6% against the original strain in a post-hoc analysis, and the PREVENT-19 trial in the US and Mexico that began in December. It is also being tested in two ongoing Phase 2 studies that began in August, a Phase 2b trial in South Africa that demonstrated up to 60% efficacy against newly emerging escape variants, and a Phase 1/2 continuation in the US and Australia. About Matrix M trademark sign. Novavax patented sapinin-based Matrix M trademark sign adjuvant has demonstrated a potent and well-tolerated effect by stimulating the entry of antigen-presenting cells into the injection site and enhancing antigen presentation in local lymph nodes, boosting immune response. About Novavax. Novavax Inc, NASDAQ, NVAX, is a biotechnology company that promotes improved health globally through the discovery, development and commercialization of innovative vaccines to prevent serious infectious diseases. The company's proprietary recombinant technology platform combines the power and speed of genetic engineering to efficiently produce highly immunogenic nanoparticles designed to address urgent global health needs. Novavax is conducting late-stage clinical trials for NVX-CoV2373, its vaccine candidate against SARS-CoV-2, the virus that causes COVID-19. NanoFlu trademark sign, its quadrivalent influenza nanoparticle vaccine, met all primary objectives in its pivotal Phase 3 clinical trial in older adults and will be advanced for regulatory submission. Both vaccine candidates incorporate Novavax proprietary saponic-based matrix M trademark sign adjuvant to enhance the immune response and stimulate high levels of neutralizing antibodies. For more information, visit www.novavax.com and connect with us on Twitter and LinkedIn. Novavax forward-looking statements. Statements herein relating to the future of Novavax and the ongoing development of its vaccine and adjuvant products are forward-looking statements. Novavax cautions that these forward-looking statements are subject to numerous risks and uncertainties, which could cause actual results to differ materially from those expressed or implied by such statements. These risks and uncertainties include those identified under the heading Risk Factors in the Novavax Annual Report on Form 10-K for the year ended December 31, 2019, and Quarterly Report on Form 10-Q for the period ended September 30, 2020, as filed with the Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC. We caution investors not to place considerable reliance on forward-looking statements contained in this press release. You are encouraged to read our filings with the SEC, available at sec.gov, for a discussion of these and other risks and uncertainties. The forward-looking statements in this press release speak only as of the date of this document, and we undertake no obligation to update or revise any of the statements. Our business is subject to substantial risks and uncertainties, including those referenced above. Investors, potential investors, and others should give careful consideration to these risks and uncertainties. This article was taken from Novavax press release.